Hello, my name is Teacher Evelyn, and I work for VIPKID. I want to make my 5-month update. I'm just 4 days early. I'm currently 146 days in with VIPKID. I've taught 129 students. I've taught 229 classes. I have 63 parent feedbacks. And they're all 5 apples. And I went to a VIPKID conference for 3 hours. And it was so nice. And I got this shirt. And I also got a mug. It's not up in my office right now. But I love working for VIPKID. Also, this paycheck is, I just finished the month of April. And it's $40 more than the month before. So each month I'm increasing the number of classes I'm teaching. I'm getting more bookings. And I'm filling up my schedule more and more. And I want to read to you my favorite parent feedback. It's from my student Lele. The parent tags that she chose were patient, positive encouragement, excellent TPR, timely error correction, excellent pronunciation corrections, excellent prop usage, appropriate extension, and great class environment. She wrote, "You are my daughter's favorite teacher. She likes your class very much. Hope to see you soon. Thank you." So this is from my student Lele. Lele is a sweet little girl who is very energetic, very smart, and very creative. But she's also naughty. So you have to roll with the punches with this little girl. I see other teachers' comments about her are that she turns off her camera, she tells them no, she scribbles on the screen. And she's tried those things momentarily with me, but I don't let her get away with it. We only have fun if she's participating. So we try to make learning fun. Today she was being a little bit ornery, but she said something hilarious. She made a joke in English, and to me, I feel like to make a joke in another language, like we have to celebrate that because it's difficult to make a joke in in a second language. I said, "What is the 5th month of the year?" I said, "What's the 5th month of the year? 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. What's the 5th month of the year?" And she said, "Orange juice." And so I wrote on my board, "Orange juice is the 5th month of the year." We had a good laugh about that. And then we erased orange juice and we wrote the correct answer. But you see, like, you have to roll with the punches with some students. Because she would if I made class boring, she would shut it down and close her camera, tell me no, she doesn't want to participate. But Lele and I, like, we have a mutual respect for each other. We love each other. So, and we were talking about months of the year. So I said, "When is your birthday?" And she said, "My birthday is April." And her mom in the background said, "April 14." And so I wrote on my board, "Lele, April 14th." And I said, "My birthday's in April." And I wrote, "Teacher Evelyn, April 22nd. And so since that was our birthday not that long ago, even though it was not on the agenda, I brought out my balloon and we sang happy birthday. We said, "Happy birthday to you. I said, "Happy birthday to Lele and teacher." And so I said, "Happy birthday to us." So we were laughing and having fun. But we got through the curriculum and we actually did all of the slides. Now, a few of the slides, I did some of the work for her because she was not cooperating, but she was listening. And so sometimes that's the best you can do. I have a new puppet, and he's a lot of fun. I mostly use him with pre-VIPKID whenever I have a student. Pre-VIP is 4-year-olds and 3-year-olds that oftentimes, I mean, I'm the mom of a 3-year-old. And a lot of times on video chat, she's interested for a short amount of time, and then she wants to go. And so the parents are always present. That's required, or that's requested by VIPKID, that the parent always be present. And the teacher has to do extra things like using puppets to help the students from being afraid, shy, or wanting to go away, because we're teaching preschool. Also, our expectations for 3 and 4-year-olds are much lower, whereas the other levels we expect full sentences. With pre-VIPKID, with our preschoolers, our 3 and 4-year-olds, we just try to teach a few individual words, letters, and sounds in the class. And if they repeat one word, it's an accomplishment. If they copy one TPR, if I say A, and they do this with their hands, they're 3 and 4. I'm going to be excited about that and reward that. And we don't have high expectations for them. Some 3 and 4-year-olds are little geniuses, and their parents know English and teach them well, and so they can speak full sentences, and so our expectations raise for those specific students. Sorry, that came undone. So I've now been with VIPKID for 5 months. I've now gone to a conference with them, and the teachers in my city are so awesome. There was about maybe 50 to 60 of us at the conference, so we filled up about 4 or 5 tables. They were large tables that had about 10 people at each table, and we had a good time. They allowed me to bring my son, my baby, with me because he's breastfed, but my girls stayed home. So I had a good time. And I got a free t-shirt, and I didn't have to pay to go to the conference. It was free. And so it was really nice break to get away from stressful situations at home and everything. I wanted to say being a VIPKID teacher is such a blessing because I'm able to be a stay-at-home mom and earn a paycheck. I'm able to use my creativity. A lot of the things you see behind me, if you're not a creative person like me, a lot of the things behind me, these are not requirements. Just keep in mind that every teacher is different. Every teacher has their own teaching style. There are teachers that have a plain blank wall behind them with like one poster with the alphabet or something, or one map, and that's fine. There are some teachers who are more serious and some teachers who are more interactive. And a lot of us, like myself, who teach all of the levels, well, all of the current levels. I teach until level 6. There's a level 7 coming up that I'm not qualified for because I don't have experience teaching middle school, so they won't at this point approve me to teach level 7. But currently there's only 6 levels in VIPKID, and it's preschool through level 6. And so obviously with a preschooler, I'm going to be using puppets, and I'm going to be energetic, and I'm going to be singing with them, and I'm going to be dancing with them, and I'm going to be moving and grooving and keeping it fun and active and keeping them interested in the thing. I just taught a level 5 student who she is maybe 12 years old, and she's serious about learning, and we're reading and discussing, and we're talking about deserts and migration and hibernation. And so since her English is better, we're having in-depth conversations about, I used to live in Texas. Texas is that's the south of the United States. I'm from Kansas, but I used to live in Texas all the way down here, and it's hot there. And so the animals that are nocturnal, they come out at night. They sleep during the day, but also humans, it's hot outside at night. And so it's hot outside during the day, so at night we would come outside. Also birds, talking about migration. I live in Kansas, and it is good weather in the spring. Summer is hot. Fall. But the birds, they cannot be here in the winter. It is too cold for them. There's no food for them. And so they fly south to places like Texas. And so when I lived in Texas, it was very cold. So we have discussions like that. But we try to get our student to do most of the talking. Sometimes I talk a little too much. But we have a good time and we have good discussions. Sometimes I'll ask them questions. I learned something new today. There is a moth caterpillar that looks just like a snake because of adaptations. We talk about animal adaptations, and it looks like a little snake. It has big eyes. And I said, that looks like a snake, but it's going to be a butterfly. That's amazing. So I'm learning things from my classes as well. Now that I'm 5 months in, I have all of my props and everything organized exactly where I want it. I know where everything is. And so the preparation time is a lot less. I just have to flip through the slides one time. One trick that I do, and you're willing to take this trick and do it yourself if you want, is for my student for the next class coming up, I will write their name on here. I will write, "Hello, Lele." And that way when I get to class, if I have a student who's 6 years old and his name's supposed to be Matthew, for example, and he says, and I say, "What's your name?" And he says, "My name's Makaga." And he's trying to say Matthew, but I'm like, "Your name's Makaga?" Like, what? I don't take time. I don't waste time. I say, "Oh, your name's Matthew. Hello, Matthew." And then it's special that I have their name written on the board. They're like, "Oh, she knows my name. She's got it written down," you know. But that's my little trick, that how I remember what their name is. And then also it helps even after I erase it helps keep in my mind what that student's name is. In the past and also in the future, I've kept a notebook, and I plan on keeping a notebook again about my student, but right now I mostly use the whiteboard and the chat box for keeping track of stuff. That's all, folks. But I am loving it. Oh, I want to show you. We'll see if I can. I just took a new profile picture for my, let me change the brightness on my phone so that you can see. I just took a new profile picture for my teacher profile. Check it out. So I've got my little puppet. I've got my tree with 5 apples. I've got my VIPKID shirt, and I've got my headset on. I've got my classroom background. I've got my little puppet that says, "Thank you, fireman." I think that's an awesome profile picture. What do you think? I feel like that's a pretty good one. So I took that one today, and I'm pretty excited to change my profile picture again. I'm getting about 20 bookings a week. I would like about 25, so I'm not technically fully booked, but that's because that 8:30 time slot's not real popular. This morning I chose to open up a 5:30 time slot, and so I got a short notice booking from my little Lele. So also, if you enjoy your student, let them know they're a good student. Lele's mom expressed to me that I'm her favorite teacher because I had expressed to her that she's my favorite student, and that's true. And so that really touched my heart on a difficult time for me. It's really touching to me to hear that from a student's mom, that I'm her favorite teacher, and I love it. All right. Thank you so much.